Mere minutes after I uploaded the last video for you guys, obviously for game 1 of the doubleheader, we get the news that Alek Manoah gets the start in game 2, and I'm sitting here like, man, big fella's got some guts. I can't wait to watch him go up there, because I'm like, you know what? That's my girlfriend. And I'm like, hey, you want to go down and watch the game? And we're like, hell yeah. And we went down and watched the game. Alek Manoah, unbelievable yet again. Battling his health, not feeling great. Goes out there today. And other than 2 solo shots, was unbelievable against the Tampa Bay Rays in a massive game this evening. Let's break this puppy down, shall we? In a big-time 7-2 win for the Toronto Blue Jays, and with the W, that puts them to 80-62 on the year. Leapfrogging the Rays yet again, now half a game up. And if the Seattle Mariners do lose tonight to the San Diego Padres, the Blue Jays would be in the first spot in the American League wildcard standings. So, the Jays just got to keep winning ball games. But let's talk about this beautiful, beautiful contest today, shall we? Top of the third inning is where the offense got going. And it was Ji-Man Choi destroying one to right field. Question was it going to stay fair? Definitely at the distance, and it does. Heads into the second deck. And it's a 1-0 Rays lead. However, it's so early on. Let's see what we can do. Bottom of the sixth inning with Vladimir Guerrero Jr. on third. Less than 2 out. Alejandro Kirk hits a little number. But you know what? That might actually not be a bad thing, because Vladdy takes off. As soon as he hits it, sees it in play, it rolls up the first baseline. He's safe at the play. They get the out at first, but it's an RBI ground out for Alejandro Kirk, and the Jays have tied the game at 1. Next inning, the first batter of the inning, Aranda, goes deep to left field, and it's gone. And just like that, the tie game is now gone. And the Rays now lead at 2-1 in the top of the 7th inning. We're like, no, Alec, that's unfortunate. He ends up getting pulled out of the game after 6 2/3. Of course, another standing ovation because he was remarkable. And then the bottom of the 7th occurs. And John Schneider starts a wheel and deal. You know, Espinal gets on base. And he advances on a wild pitch. He gets to second. And then he advances on a ball in the dirt, I believe it was, to third base. Danny Jansen at the dish, he walks. They bring in Bradley Zimmer to pinch run. And out comes Whit Merrifield. A guy who I remember with the Kansas City Royals vividly. And just being a real pain in the rear to face if you're the pitching team. And watching him, and his tenure with the Blue Jays hasn't been great so far. Albeit the inconsistent playing time for a guy that usually plays every single day, it definitely throws you for a loop. He gets a pitch, I can't remember where it was. I want to believe it was in the inner half. But he turns on it, pulls it down the third baseline, it stays fair, and it's all into the corner, and in comes, who scored first? Espinal scores, and Bradley Zimmer at first base, he's chugging around, he scores easily, and the Blue Jays have taken the lead. It's now 3-2, and Whit Merrifield finally makes his presence known for the Toronto Blue Jays with the 2-run double, massive, in the bottom of the 7th inning with less than 2 out. But they weren't done. Next batter, George Springer. He has been stuck on homer number 19 for quite a while. And he gets a hanging breaking ball. About 84 miles an hour, you know, just a hit-me pitch. And he turns on it, drills it to left field, and it's gone! 2-run shot for Dargy, and the Jays now lead at 5-2, and we're like, oh, offense is beautiful. They scored 5 runs in 2 games. To this point, through the first 7, we have 5 runs. We go to the bottom of the 8th, and the fellas keep on going. Kirk with an infield single. Yeah, you heard me right. He punches it up the middle, kind of an off-balance throw from Taylor Walls, trying to pull a Derek Jeter out there in second base. Throws offline. Might actually not even have beat him if it was online. Kirk safe at first. Bringing up Teoscar Hernandez. And Teo drills one to the left center field gap. And right as Kirk sees it get down, head is down, the big fella's a chugging. He rounds second. And Luis Rivera sees him coming. He's giving him the wave round third. You see Kirk, he's getting going. Those, I mean, look, I say he's a little guy. He's like, what, 5'8"? And let's be honest, guys, if you've never met me, I'm not the tallest guy out there either. So, matter of respect, Kirky. And he comes in safely, no throw. And the Jays now add on. It is a 6-2 Jays lead. And Teo obviously gets the second on the play. And I believe there's still nobody out. You know, and then Espinal comes up and he moves the guy over. He moves Teo over to third. All right, some small ball, good stuff. Up comes Matt Chapman. And he hits one deep enough to center field. I'm really not sure why Jose Siri didn't fire that ball home, but Teo tags up. He comes home safely. And the Jays now lead it 7-2. You see some long ball. You see some extra base hits. You see some small ball with the moving the guy over and the sac fly. That's what we want to see from this Jays offense. Not 7 runs in 2 innings, obviously, especially against a good pitching team in the Rays. But the good ABs, man. Like, it's beautiful. Vladdy had the ringing double down the third baseline. He looked good. Well, not AB at least. I liked what we saw today. Well, in the later goings. Just the competitive ABs. It was just nice to see. They really need it to continue because the next 2 starters you're seeing have been pretty damn good. Let's get to the team stats, shall we? Alejandro Kirk, obviously with the big game. He went 2 for 4 in the game, scored a run, had an RBI. That RBI was a massive one. It was to tie the game at 1 there in that 6th inning. And then that 1 run that he scored, damn it, that was well-deserved. I saw them waving him down in the dugout. Right as he crosses the plate, I'm like, give this dude an oxygen tank. He is gassed. But a hell of a job from Kirk today. He really did a job. It's been all Bo Bichette recently, so to see Kirk come up with some big hits, and to see Whit Merrifield come up with some big hits, to see George Springer come up with a big hit today, Teo with an RBI double, Matt Chapman even gets a sac fly. It's beautiful to see all the guys chipping in here. It's not just Bo Bichette, like in Game 1 of the series. He drove in all 3 runs. But it's good to see all the guys contributing today to this victory. And shout out John Schneider for making all these crazy moves, right? Bringing in Witt to pinch hit. Bringing in Espinal to hit for Kevin Biggio. Bringing in Zimmer to pinch run because you know it's a big situation. It's just a lot of things going, and I like the aggressive nature of John Schneider there. Really, really nice job. Pitching-wise, Alek Manoah. I've got his jersey on. I've worn it in these videos for quite some time. I wear it to every Jays game, and there's a reason for it. 6 2/3. This dude had a stomach bug, was not even at the ballpark earlier for Game 1. 6 2/3. He allowed 5 hits. 2 left the ballpark, but the both solo shots, so it's not a big deal. Struck out 5 and walked 2. Did he have his best stuff? No. But did you expect to have his best stuff? No. But he gave your team a chance to win and almost went 7 innings of 2-run ball against the Rays in a big game in September. This guy had the cojones of a I don't know what else you want. I don't know what you want to compare it to. But just a phenomenal job from Manoah today. I love him dearly. Fantastic outing there. Now, the bullpen. Anthony Bass came in to face 1 guy to clean up the inning for Manoah. There wasn't really much cleaning up to do, but got the final out in that 7th inning. Adam Simber went out in the 8th. And got a little hairy there, right? A lot of couple hits there in the 2/3 that he was out there, right? Obviously bring the tying run to the plate. They bring out Jordan Romano, and in that situation, it's a 3-run ball game. So you're thinking, well, Romano will give us a 4-out save and lock this game down. He gets out of that inning, but then the Jays tack on a couple more, make it a 5-run game. And I love that Schneider's not like, well, we already warmed you up. Let's just put you back out there. No, you shut him down because you probably have him available tomorrow now. Yes, he got up and he got in the ball game, but he faced 1 dude. So you might be okay with that. Zach Pop then goes out there. He goes an inning. Got a little hairy. Struggled to find the strike zone early on in his outing, but did find it and settled down. He went an inning, allowed 1 walk to lead off the inning, and then he was down 3 out of the next guy. So we're all grabbing our pants here. But he got a strikeout. No other base runner. Really nice job from Zach Pop, kind of cleaning out the ball game. You didn't have to use Jimmy Garcia in this one. Actually, today at all. Ladies and gentlemen, you used 3 guys earlier. You're right. You used David Phelps, Julian Merriweather, and obviously Mitch White, who had 6 innings. In this game, you didn't have to use, let me see, David Bass, where the hell am I? Anthony Bass faced 1 guy today. Romano faced 1 guy today. Jimmy Garcia didn't pitch today. So you have a lot of these guys available for tomorrow. So it's really nice. Now, as I mentioned, the next two guys for the Tampa Bay Rays, they're the best two that they have. So Ross Stripling and Kevin Gausman are going for the Jays. It's going to be more tight ball games. It's the Tampa Bay Rays in September. You know they're going to be tough. Ross Stripling gets the ball for the Jays tomorrow against Drew Rasmussen. That's the pitching matchup there tomorrow night at Rogers Center, 7:07. Look, I ain't going to speak for every Jays fan when I say, give me one of the next two, right? You do that, you've won the series 3-2. And that's really what we want out of this set. Albeit, if you win both, hey, and you win the series 4-1, and then you'll have a pretty decent lead over the Rays. Then we're talking pretty good stuff here. But one game at a time. Right now, you have the 2-1 series lead. Good. It's great. But you want that one more at the very least. And then the finale is Gausman versus Shane McClanahan. He's coming off the IL. Maybe he's going to be a little rusty off the IL, or maybe he's going to be revved up and ready to go. I don't know what we're going to see from McClanahan there on Thursday. But what we do know for sure, Ross Stripling, Drew Rasmussen, tomorrow night, 7:07 at Rogers Center. Right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and enjoyed the ball game this evening, smack that like button. Do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button. You guys not already. Comment down below. Thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game for the Toronto Blue Jays? The Twitter link is down below, so follow up, send me a DM to that great stuff. The Instagram link is also down below, so follow up there if you guys have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys, of course, Jays edition, tomorrow night. Jays, Rays, game 4 of the 5-game stretch. I'm going to be so tired of seeing these guys because, hey, we see them 4 more times at the Trop at the end of the week or next week or whatever the hell it is. I don't know. I'm not excited for that. But it doesn't matter. Ross Stripling, Drew Rasmussen, game 4 of the 5-game set tomorrow night at Rogers Center, 7:07 first pitch. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the ball game tonight. We'll talk to you guys then.